And today we are replacing a spigot for a hose. This one just leaks out all over the place, so I tried adjusting a few things on it and just needs replacing. So before doing any work on any plumbing, you gotta find where your shutoff is and shut off the valve so that you don't have water spray. So you remove the hose now that the water's been shut off, and you open up the spigot to make sure that you drain the line. So the line's already been drained, and then you just simply undo the screws that are holding it on either side of it. Then you find in the house where the pipe for the spigot was fed, and you're gonna have to undo it. So this one has been screwed in, so I'm gonna remove it from the union and have to replace it with the new. So this is why it's important that you undid the screws on the outside first, because they would not allow this to twist like it is for you to undo it if you have a threaded piece like I have. If you had a soldered piece, like back here we have different soldered connections, then you would just need to get a pipe cutter and cut around it. So even though you've drained the line outside, there's still going to be some water in the pipe. So make sure you have a cup just to get the little bit that is in there to catch the water as it drains out. I also drilled in a screw there just to keep it kind of level to minimize the dripping, and then all you do is you just push this out and you'll be able to pull it out from the front of the house. So as you see, at this point all you do is pull it out, right? So I got a shark bite which has the click connect on it, which is longer because I'm hoping to bypass all those old solder joints that are inside and just connect this cleanly right to the existing pipe that I have in there. So at this point all you do is fish it right in. It comes with this gasket. You just put that on as well. So you see the end of this new piece is going to be past all these old solder joints. So I'm going to be able to just cut this with a pipe cutter and just click it in nice and clean and just get rid of all these old soldered connections that I don't really want to deal with in case they pop a leak. So if you'd already attached the two screws on the outside, you're going to have to take them off, but because in order with this fitting to get it seated, you're going to have to push out and then push back in. But hopefully you didn't do that. If you did, just go undo it and then keep going. So you're going to pull it tight because it's where it's going to sit against the house, and you're just going to make a mark with your marker right at the end of the bell there. And that's where we're going to make our cut with the pipe cutter. So this is your pipe cutter. It's really simple. You just loosen the wheel up, right? And that's a bladed wheel on it. So you get that where you want it. You go ahead and tighten it down and then just rotate it around, and that gives you your nice clean cut. Now it's going to give you less resistance. Just give it another turn on that to keep the resistance tight, because that means that it's actually cutting into the metal when you feel a little bit of the resistance. So just as you go, you're going to feel it get easier. When you do that, just give it another turn until you're all the way through. So now that that's off, you take a wire brush made for pipe cleaning, and you're going to go ahead and go around the outside to make sure that you don't have any burrs or different reasons for the connection to not be nice and clean for you. You don't have to go deep down, just pretty much so that it's right through the edge there. So that's nice and clean and smooth. And then you take that end and you just clean out the inside just to make sure there's no burrs or little shards that are gonna mess up your connection. Okay, you feel nothing sharp, nothing's gonna grab us. So again, at this point, all you do is you push out the spigot, line it up, and click. And that's it. You're good in here. You have a good tight connection. These shark bites are great. Now we're gonna go outside, put the screws back in, and we're in business. So we just replace the 2 screws that we're holding in the old spigot, and then we go turn the water back on. Alright, so the water's turned back on. We have no drips. That means that the connection is good and we're all set to put this back. So anytime you create a hole in your house going to the outside, or you're replacing something that has a hole in your house, I recommend using this. It's called duct seal. Okay, it keeps out moisture and it keeps out drafts and noise, and I think it helps with pests as well, but it's not written on the label. But DUCT seal, and you're just gonna wad it up and put it around the pipe before you close up the rest of the area that you finish. So it's kind of like clay. All right, it's moldable. It doesn't harden all the way, so you're not gonna have a set time where if you don't get it done, it's gonna be wasted. So you pretty much just make it into a form, place it around, and then just press it in against the wall. And this is the final step before just closing up the area that you're working in. Like I happen to have a sheetrock ceiling in my garage. If yours is open, then after this you're all done. But I gotta put the ceiling back together. So once that's on there, just push it around the edges. It acts just like clay. And again, that's just extra protection. It keeps water from seeping in. It keeps dust. It keeps air from flowing in. It's just a good thing to practice, whether you're doing electric or plumbing. Anything that goes to the outside of the house, you should use this duct. Moment of truth. Before, the old spigot, water was just coming out all over the place. And we're good. Water's flowing, no drips, no leaks.